packed. It was packed. It was packed.
Like that. The Playhouse.
But it had a mystique then. It had a real mystique, you know, like people came to the Cafe Espresso.
Yeah. But you remember after the Playhouse would close, and you had to be prepared. I mean, it was like the lines were going past where Joshua is
We'd
now.
get all set up.
You get all set up and get everybody waiting on.
Going.
Yeah, there were lines, literally lines.
We had lots of. We played a lot. It was great.
It was fun. It was really great. Yeah, this is the. This is.
I'm going to say another one of my.
Go ahead, say anything you want.
This is a Bernard story.
Yeah, I'd like you to tell. I like to hear Bernard stories because everybody has different viewpoints of Bernard, and I love to hear them.
So
please.
So it was wintertime, and it was probably about 9 o'clock in the evening. Very slow. Sometimes winter we would have 2 or 3 people a night. And
she's right. Nancy and Bob Haney.
But sometimes we had 10, 15.
That's right.
And so anyhow, it was kind of a slow night, but there were maybe 20 people in the restaurant, and Bernard looked around. He was motioned to me. Eve, come here. I said, what? He says, I want to go to bed. Tell these people to go home. I said, Bernard, you just can't tell them to go home. He said, yeah, just stand up on the chair and tell them to go home. So I did. He said, if they don't have something better to do than sit around here, they're lost souls or something like that. Just tell them to go home, which I want to close.
Do you remember when he would bring out the bug spray machine and he'd put it on to get rid of people if he wanted to leave? I was like, how could you do such a thing? First of all, you're giving them poison. But he didn't care. Everybody out. You don't leave? Out with the bug spray.
So go ahead,
what were you going to say?
I can remember one night he looked around and he kind of had this look on his face and he said, there's nobody in here tonight I don't hate.
Very witty. He was very witty. He's a funny guy.
He was.
Yeah. He's a funny guy.
Anyway.
So this is the L'Atelier. This is the Cafe Espresso. Has a French proprietor. That's for sure. Boy, was he French.
Was he French?
Yeah, he was. He had worked in...
Oh, my God. Yes. So here's other Bernard. This is why it was so much fun to work there, too. After hours, sometimes he would make crepe Suzettes. The real, genuine article. Crepe Suzette.
He was a good cook.
Wow, he was a great cook, yeah.
Yeah. He made some incredible dinners there. They were really, he'd go in, he'd have a rack of lamb, 2, and...